Welcome to Maximizing Efficiency with Dex. I'm going to hand over to Paul Lodder, and today we're going to be talking over the email in function. So, Paul, over to you.
Perfect. Thank you, Max. So as Max says, yeah, we're going to look at the email functionality within Dex Prepare and how that can be used to ensure completeness of records, to getting that delay date index number down, and just to make sure that you can then get that information across to your accounting software, whether it be Xero, QuickBooks, or Sage, as quickly and efficiently as possible. And before I hand over to Max, just to jump into how he used this functionality within practice, it's important to remember that everybody who's set up as a Dex user has a unique email address. And that means it's very easy to track who is uploading documentation. And also there is the business email address as well. So that can be used in a variety of areas as well to really help you get that information into Dex for processing. So with that, I'm going to hand back to Max, who's just going to run through how he and his team and his clients did use the email functionality and how it made such a difference in terms of overall efficiency.
Perfect. So, yes, so typical practice would be your clients will get invoices via email, and then they would forward them on to their personalized email address, and then Dex Prepare would process them. So, that's sort of a two-step process. I was a big fan of drilling that down and making it a one-step process. So, getting the supplier to email it directly into Dex so it didn't have to pass through you and have another task for your client to complete just makes one less step in that breakdown of completeness of records. So there was two ways that I came across that were sort of I had a preferred method, but others disagreed with me, and I'm going to go through them both. Okay, so my preferred method was during my onboarding process when I trained the client. I would tell them that I think their suppliers should be sending their receipts directly into Dex for them, as opposed to them forwarding them on. So I would write an email for my clients to send on to their suppliers. And effectively what this is, you can see here, this would be something I would copy and paste onto my onboard email and send it across. So as you know, we appreciate you're one of our trusted suppliers, and we want to ensure that our relationship carries on for many more years to come. We've recently implemented a new accounting system, and in order to ensure that you get paid on time, we're going to make a small change to our billing process. So in future, what I need you to do is carry on emailing me all of your invoices, but also CC or send in this other new email address in. And with that, we'll ensure that you get paid on time and efficiently. Okay. We appreciate all the communication, blah, 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 blah. And therefore, the suppliers, they're very happy that you've reached out and make it, they want to ensure they get paid on time more than anything too. And with the scene set, you'll be surprised that adoption levels are quite high when they, when how long it takes them to get paid on time is in the balance. So that would be the first method. The second method is you can have an email inbox yourself where emails auto forward to. So you could set up a finance at email address or something like that. And you can, whatever email settings you have. For me, I use Google, and you can go over to here into the forwarding settings, and you can set like a forwarding rule that every email that comes into this email address goes forward into Dext. The only issue with that is everything's going to get forwarded into Dext and not just bills and invoices. So Dex is 99% accurate, but that 1% that might not come through might be a result of other sort of compliance delivery notes and things like that come through Dex. So in my opinion, if you automate junk, you get automated junk. And for me, it was a lot of a cleaner method to get them just email bills in there for you. So with that being said, when the clients do email something into Dex, we'll show you the full sort of process of how that comes through. So when a client does email something in, what you'll see, let me jump into this first one. Supplier is myself. Okay, we'll see an email there. And what I can also see is not just the PDF or document attachment that's come through, but also here in the email tab, which is a new feature that we've just implemented in Dext, you can see some context to that email as well. So as I can see here, this is in relation to your site at Bristol. So I can either have tracking categories in Xero or what is it in QuickBooks, Paul? Remind me.
Class and location.
Class and locations in QuickBooks, and you can allocate that and do the bookkeeping. We can also see any other sort of context there. So this needs to be paid before the bank holiday, and our bookkeeping team can process that and make the payment there accordingly. So that is how I think email in should be used. And yeah, anything to add on that, Paul?
Perfect. No, I think it does make a huge difference when you're not having to chase for paperwork, when it's regularly coming through. And the nice thing is, it still goes into your usual inbox as well as Dex. So you still have that visibility. You're still in control. This is just cutting out maybe a couple of steps to getting that information into Dex for processing.
Perfect. Thank you very much, all. Cheers.